The young boy pulled back his slingshot and, unbelievably, hit a bomber flying high overhead. But when he woke up to share the news with his mother, he found the room empty. He was all alone. The village had just suffered a brutal Nazi bombing, and his parents were gone. 6-year-old Sergei, now orphaned and terrified, ran into the woods with no clue what lay ahead. He called out again and again, but the forest remained silent. Days passed. His clothes were torn, one of his shoes lost. With no other choice, Sergei wrapped tree bark around his foot. He survived on berries and morning dew, clutched a stick as a weapon at night, and eventually collapsed from exhaustion. The next day, a Soviet scout stumbled upon the curled-up boy and brought him back to base. The commander, moved by the boy's resilience and courage, took him in as his own son and let him stay with the soldiers on the battlefield. An old tailor even crafted a miniature uniform for Sergei, but there was a challenge. He had to put it on before a match burned out. Sergei fought hard and got dressed just in time, then proudly ran around the camp showing it off. But the celebration was short-lived. The commander quickly pulled him into a trench. War had no mercy, even for children. Sergei saw firsthand how those cheerful, laughing soldiers became the wounded and weary. Walking into the medical tent, he looked around at all the injured uncles. The boy tucked away his innocence and helped however he could, bandaging wounds, fetching water, and even stood on a wooden stump to sing for them. His soft, pure voice brought tears to the eyes of battle-hardened men. But as the fighting worsened and more comrades fell, Sergei removed his cap, solemn-faced, and swore to become a real soldier who could carry the weight for others. He even mimicked the men shaving their faces. When soldiers passed by, they'd smile at the sight, but Sergei would straighten up and give a serious salute. One day, he approached his adoptive father and asked to become a messenger boy. The commander agreed. His first mission: deliver letters from home. The moment soldiers saw him approaching, they rushed over, eager for news from loved ones. Sergei made a rule: whoever came last had to face a silly punishment. Laughter spread again. That same day, Sergei grabbed a pair of binoculars and patrolled like a real scout. That's when he spotted something strange: a pair of shoes moving in a haystack. He sprinted back to camp and urgently reported it, but the officer brushed him off. Sergei insisted again and again until the commander finally agreed to investigate. They set fire to the haystack and outran 2 German scouts carrying a radio transmitter. Turns out the radio was being used to send bombing coordinates to the Luftwaffe. Thanks to Sergei, a major catastrophe was averted. The commander was stunned. He hadn't realized just how sharp and brave his little soldier truly was. Soon after, German forces launched a full assault. Amid the chaos, 6-year-old Sergei didn't flinch. Carrying crates of ammunition almost as big as himself, he ran back and forth across the trenches, delivering weapons to the frontline soldiers. He was no longer just a child. He was their comrade.